I love this for me. I am an actor. I am serious. No, I'm not. We're gonna try that one more time. And I hope to God that everything looks good on camera, because I'm not checking. All right, 3, 2, 1, sync. I can do it. Alrighty. Shall we begin? I think we should. I'm gonna get comfortable. All right. Yeah. And hello. My name is Emma Catherine, but you can call me Daisy, and this is a special segment on TTFT called Emma Everywhere, where I do whatever I want, and you have to watch.
Any of you fucking pricks move, and I'll execute every motherfucking last one of you!
Yeah, we're gonna be a little bit less serious than we were last time. Let's talk about December. There is, I think, somewhere between like 30 and 35 holidays celebrated within this month alone. It's an exorbitant amount. And yet we're going to be focusing on one holiday in particular. That's right. Christmas.
Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas! Jingle bells!
We're talking about Christmas. And the reason I'm saying Christmas in this fashion is because I believe that Christmas has been over-commercialized way too much.
I want an Xbox with all the games. I want all the new gear. I want a new Lexus with a bagging system and chrome feet on it.
What makes a Christmas movie? Because I hear this debate all the time. The best Christmas movie of all time is Die Hard. I don't believe this, not in the slightest. There's so many other good Christmas movies out there that are actually Christmas. Die Hard doesn't count. I'm gonna start a fight in the comments. Die Hard is not a Christmas movie.
This is John.
Nice beer.
He just wants to spend Christmas with the family.
What?
Merry Christmas.
It'll be a holiday
Merry Christmas.
he'll never forget.
Ho, ho, ho.
What?
This Christmas,
It's a time of miracles, so be of good cheer.
get ready to jingle some bells and deck the halls.
What?
The greatest Christmas story ever told.
Hans, Bobby. Merry Christmas.
Die Hard.
Okay!
Royal, I'm so sorry. Let's get to the core of this video, which is actually a review of the new movie Violent Night, starring David Harbour. Insert photo here of the lovely David Harbour. So Violent Night is about Santa, played by the wonderful David Harbour. You know him from Stranger Things. You know him from a bunch of other things. Wasn't he in, like, Marvel at some point?
It still fits.
Oh my god.
Santa has become disillusioned with Christmas. Everybody is ordering Amazon gifts. Everybody wants cash and video games. All these kids around the world, and Santa's getting a little sick and fucking tired of it.
Time for some season's beatings.
Santa goes to this, this mansion, right? And this mansion has a little girl and her family and her grandmother is exorbitantly wealthy. There was a plot hole. There was a couple of plot holes in this movie. Santa gets trapped in this house, and there is an exorbitant amount of money in the vaults in the basement. A group of bad guys come in and attempt to rob this house. Santa gets trapped because a bunch of guns go off, and the gunfire scare the reindeer, and the reindeer run, and they leave Santa alone in this big old mansion, and Santa has to fend for himself. So Violent Night is incredibly violent. Do not watch if you are a child. Please do not watch if you are a child.
I gotta watch.
I believe in you, Santa.
I do believe that this movie is about, at its core, the spirit of Christmas and the spirit of Santa Claus. And, a lot of Christmas movies touch on, believe. Polar Express comes to mind. I think that Polar Express is a very good Christmas movie because it's all about believing in Santa Claus and everything like that, and the first gift of Christmas, and it is one of my favorite movies at the end of the day. At the point of me making this video, I'm realizing that my dad and I normally watch it every year, and we've not watched it this year. We're gonna have to do that. Oh god. I don't know when this video is coming out, but by the time this video comes out, if I have not seen the Polar Express, someone please come and punch me in the face.
Gator don't play no shit. You feel me? Gator never been about that. Never been about playing no shit.
Or do I owe her an apology?
In this discussion of Christmas movies, I am not including anything made by Hallmark or Lifetime. I don't think those movies count necessarily because I don't believe that they are Christmas classics. They're not big budget Christmas classic movies. They're enjoyable to watch, don't get me wrong. My grandmother watches them constantly, but I don't personally count those as like big Christmas movies.
Are you done? Are you done?
Little Christmas and holiday movies made by Hallmark and Food Network probably has a couple, and Lifetime and everything like that. Those are like the feel-good Christmas movies that like, oh, excuse me.
You liked it? I'm not sure.
My brain is fried at the moment.
I'm so fried. Oh, what was I saying?
I think that it has the capacity to be a very good Christmas classic. Not to spoil the movie, but Santa does a lot with things that you would associate with winter. I don't want to spoil anything. But oh my god, do we have the most incredible scene with just David Harbour using ice skates as a weapon. And it's great. Another thing is that it references, you know, a couple of these other Christmas movies, Home Alone being a fantastic example. In the beginning scenes, you think it's going to be really obnoxious, but the kid took too many lessons from Kevin and booby traps her house at one point. This is ultimately supposed to be a feel-good movie. Pretty much all the bad guys die. A lot of violence, a lot of the F-bomb. No sex scenes, at least.
No. Wait.
This is a problem. This movie is fun, too, because, I reviewed Tu Wong Fu Thanks for Everything, and one of the drag queens in that was played by John Leguizamo. The bad guy in this was John Leguizamo. There is a connection right here. I hope I'm pronouncing his last name correctly, too.
Please welcome the multi-talented John Leguizamo.
Whoop. I think that the little girl that they got for the movie as well, she started off a little annoying, but I think that was kind of the point of her character, and then she very much grew into this character that you truly care about. I thought that she did a really good job, and I think that she hit the emotional beats that she needed to at the right points, and she did a very, very strong job, so good job to her. Something that I'm going to point out, too, with this movie is that there were some plot holes. There were, and I hate to say it, but sometimes in action movies you get plot holes. So I never truly understood the reasoning why this particular family was targeted other than they had wealth. There was no like personal connection to it, if that makes sense. And also the bad guy, Mr. Scrooge was his nickname. He just hated Christmas, but I guess the reason he hated Christmas makes sense and everything like that. But also, like, killed his grandfather. There's a whole storyline there with his character that I think could have been built upon much, much stronger. And absolutely, like, they missed the boat on that one. Like, you got John Leguizamo. Do something with him. It was a super fun watch, and it was it got me in the end. You know, it's all about believing in Santa Claus, and did a little tear run down my cheek? Yeah, it did. After watching 2 hours of violence, a little tear ran down my cheek. And I think it was super fun. I think David Harbour is absolutely brilliant. For fuck's sake, he's playing Santa Claus. Like, who wouldn't want to take on that role? Santa got real bloody. I think one of my favorite touches is at the very end of the movie where his whole entire fur like cloak that he has, because he has the red cloak and he's got the white fur, and it's just drenched in blood. Like, it's just so like dirty and matted in blood. I think that was a really, really fun touch. Something that I thought was really interesting in this movie is that they kind of touched upon the roots of where their Santa Claus came from, and their Santa Claus was a Viking. For the purpose of this video, I'm going to say in their version, Santa was a Viking, which I think is a really interesting concept to kind of explore. His original kind of concept and backstory was that he was a very violent Viking, but got chosen for this higher mission to live for the rest of his life and to spread good and cheer around the world. And I thought it was a fantastic concept. I thought it was really brilliant. They do give him a hammer a la Thor, which is really funny to me because my brain just goes, Thor, of course. Let's talk what makes a Christmas movie a Christmas movie. Something that was brought up to me today in a very, very interesting quote. If you can take the plot and center it in any other location or time besides Christmas, it is not a Christmas movie. And I think that's kind of a brilliant idea of how we differentiate Christmas movies and movies set at Christmas time, right? So there's movies like, for example, let's use Polar Express. Let's use Violent Night. These movies have to be set around Christmas. Like these are Christmas-centric movies. Christmas is the heart and soul of these movies. You cannot pull this out and set this in another holiday. It just doesn't work. Santa Claus is in both of them. Correct. Honestly, let's look at a movie like Home Alone. Let's look at movies like Die Hard and everything like that. Those are more, Christmas is a part of this, but not the entire movie. You can take the plot of Home Alone and it can be a family vacation, not necessarily during the holiday season, and it would work perfectly fine. I feel like the same for Die Hard. I'm saying this having never seen Die Hard.
Step into my office. Why? Because you're fucking fired.
But Die Hard isn't a Christmas movie. And I still say that with my entire chest because it's just set during the Christmas period. You can take that plot.
You drunk? No.
And you can put him in any other setting and make that same action movie around him, and it's still gonna work.
You must be out of your goddamn mind!
Oh, that one hurt. Outro, 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 outro. All right. If you like what we do here at TTFT, the boys do a live show every Tuesday. If you like what Durden and Royal and Annie do, you can go ahead and watch their videos here. If you like what I do, go ahead and insert my links right here, Royal. Thank you very much. Anyway, thank you so much for watching Emma Everywhere. I am so grateful that you tuned in, and I will see you next month. Thank you all.
E-N-N-A-Emma. E-N-N-A-Emma. Emma.